Bring in Chris Fedor from cleveland.com and the Plain Dealer, who covers the Cavaliers, does a great job, and he's been doing a lot of stuff. Hello, Christopher. How are you?
What's up, dog?
What's up, guy?
How you doing? The D-Man apologized once again for the problem with the
I publicly
Warriors.
apologize for challenging you for saying the Warriors are so good. You've been proven right. I've been proven wrong.
All right, tell us what happened with the Cavaliers. Of course, can we retire the uniform numbers of Stauskas and Baldwin? Can we do that?
Oh, my gosh. I feel bad for those guys. They started where? In Portland, then they came to Cleveland, then they went to Houston, then they went to Indiana, and now they have no home because they were waived.
They were waived after all that?
They were waived after all of that. And by the way, the other night when the Cavs played the home game, the only thing that I saw Wade Baldwin do was kind of be in awe of his locker. He was looking around his locker, saw his nameplate up there at the top. He saw the phone charging station attached to his locker. He was in awe. He was so pumped about it, but that was the only thing that he did.
So they're not told, okay, you're getting traded, but don't be in a hurry to get there?
Well, I think the Cavs always knew that there was a chance that they were going to flip those guys because when they acquired them, they both had expiring contracts. So it allowed the Cavs, essentially, guys, to just use them as salary cap filler. And I was told at the time that they did acquire those guys in the Hood trade that there was a chance that they weren't going to be here long term. So don't even bother trying to do a story on those guys.
Right. So tell us what they did get in Brandon Knight and Marquise Chris.
Yeah, so it's really not about those guys, Les. I mean, I think the bottom line with this deal for Alec Burks, a three-team trade, was that it was about trying to get those draft picks, those assets for the future. And the Cavs set out at the very beginning to get a first-round pick for Alec Burks. They were convinced there was enough interest in him. They told me at the time they did the trade in November with Kyle Korver, that they felt they could flip Alec Burks around the trade deadline for a first-round pick because he had an expiring contract, and he could boost trade value just by playing in the last few months. That's what happened. There was a lot of interest in Alec Burks. The Cavs set out to get a first-round pick. They did, in part because they were willing to take back the bad salary of Brandon Knight. He's a reclamation project. He hasn't played a bunch this year. He's been slow to recover after a torn ACL that cost him all of last season. But because the Cavs were willing to take back that salary, a salary that not a lot of teams around the NBA wanted because it beyond this year, it stretches into next year, they were able to get lottery protected first-round pick. And when it comes to a rebuilding team, guys, you know that the three things that you have to have young, talented players, cap flexibility, and draft picks. And now the Cavs feel like they at least have added to their pick stash.
See, Fed, first of all, congratulations on having been named to the Cavs beat for .com and the Plain Dealer. You're doing a great job. Regarding the Cavs, one piece in particular has kind of gnawed at me, and that is Kevin Love. I didn't think he should have been signed to that contract that he was. Now you see that they're in a full-blown rebuild. What do you think this means for Kevin Love's future, especially given his salary, the fact that he's injury prone? Where does Kevin Love fit, if at all, with this franchise moving forward?
Well, D-Man, I think there are a lot of layers to this when it comes to Kevin. And if we go all the way back to the offseason and their decision to give him that contract, part of it is they wanted to protect the asset. Kevin would have been going into a season where he was in the final year of his deal with the future unclear, and maybe possibly they lost him at the end of this year for absolutely nothing. So they gave him the contract extension. They protected the asset. They assigned some value to them. They were able to lock him in. The other part of it is they want him. They want Kevin here. When they signed him to the 4-year deal, they said, hey, look, we want you to be a part of this. We want you to be around. Colin Sexton is here, or the draft pick that we bring in 2019 is here. And the Cavs felt all along that the hardest thing to acquire in any rebuild was going to be an all-star caliber player. They had one, so they wanted to make sure they kept him. And now they're with Kevin. If they're not going to trade him this summer, they want him to be around for Colin Sexton year 2 and the guy that they bring to the draft in 2019. And they feel like Kevin will take pressure off those young guys, allow the Cavs not ask those guys to do too much on and off the floor. And they felt like Kevin could be invaluable when it comes to leadership and setting the tone for the culture here. This is what it looks like to be an all-star. This is how hard you have to work. These are the things you have to do to become a champion. And the Cavs value those things. And unless they get blown away by a deal off season for Kevin, and it's possible that do if he comes back healthy and he shows that he can be the quote-unquote focal point, then the vision is to keep Kevin here and help the young guys grow.
Okay. Hey, Chris, we're going to have to move on, but is anything going on in Los Angeles with LeBron? Is any of it surprising you in any way, shape, or form?
What month is it? February, right around the trade deadline? Nope,
what took so long?
This is about the page out of LeBron James' playbook, and he usually tries to play this card, right about now.
Shame on the Pelicans for not caving, Chris.
Oh, come on now. There's no way that they should, D-Man.
Exactly. I was being facetious. I was hearing some national guys, how dare the Pelicans not cave to the Lakers' demands? I'm like, why should they?
Right.
You know?
I mean, I don't understand that line of thinking. The two best things that they could potentially get in an Anthony Davis trade either aren't available right now or can't be available right now. It's the package that Boston could give this offseason. And, oh, by the way, the Pelicans might be able to pry away the #1 overall pick if it goes to, like, the New York Knicks or something, right?
Yeah.
If New York says, hey, we want Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and trade for Anthony Davis in, like, this big dream scenario, if they had the first overall pick and it turned into Zion Williamson, of course the Pelicans would rather have that than what the Lakers can offer.
How's future Coach Ty Lue doing right now?
Future Coach Ty Lue is doing just fine. I think he's going to be in the mix for Los Angeles. Another name to watch on that is probably Jason Kidd, because LeBron has always raved about Jason Kidd.
See, Fed, Lou is sleeping on piles of cash every night.
Yeah. All right, Chris, thanks for joining us. Get some rest.
Thank you, Dan.
Get some rest. You've been traveling way too much.
Yeah, you're right. I'm about to head to Washington, D.C., so I'll sleep on the plane, I guess.
Excellent. Thanks, Chris. Chris Fedor of cleveland.com and, of course, the Plain Dealer. We appreciate him taking some time.